Hey guys, happy Monday. That's right, it's Monday once again, and we have this. This is a Cobalt?
Yep. Chevy
All right, so this is a Chevy Cobalt. Now this little tip for the day is going to apply to every Chevy pretty much on the road right now. All right, if you look right here, see this white? This is water. Now what happens is water actually comes down through the inside of the door. And if you'll notice this right here, see this lip? All right, so what a lot of people like to do, hey, do me a favor, pull one of these speakers out for me. Thank you. So what a lot of people do is they don't actually get the appropriate adapter for this. And what happens is water actually comes in over this and into the floor. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is the speaker here. So you'll notice there's a gap there and there's a gap there. So all that water just kind of pours into the floor area here. Well, there's like a $15 solution to that problem. Hold on. So right here, we have these guys. If you notice, it looks just like the factory speaker. It is the Best Kits BKGM SB356. And what it allows you to do, put a little foam on the back of it, of course, that it does not come with, because, hey, why would they want to put foam in it? So this just goes in there, just like that, screws in. It gives you 2 extra screw-in points, and you're done. It matches up just like the factory. And it'll keep any water from getting inside your car. Helpful GM tip for the day. All right, say hi, Fernando.
Hello, people. Thank you for watching.
So what's going on Monday? Let's see. We just finished BMW X5 that we actually filmed. So the last part of this is tweeter. Now, I wish I could say there were some awesome things we could do to mount this tweeter, but I'd be lying. And now we're working on this. We got a couple more cars to do before the day ends. Anything you want to tell them?
No, we got more cars to do.
We got more cars to do. We're also putting a radio in this one. We've already got the dash apart.
Yeah.
We're gonna put one of these cool Pioneer double DINs in. Now this car needs a smart harness, which is these guys right here. Most GMs do. Do yourself a favor, just buy the smart harness. Don't go out and try to find an ignition wire. You know, do it right, do it once. All right, hold on. Stop moving. All right, wave. Hey guys, I keep flipping the camera and you keep waving at the back side. So this is the speaker mounted properly with foam on the front and back side. That'll keep the car from getting wet inside. One radio in the dash. On to the next car. This one's sexy. So not everyone is equipped to have what it takes to install a car stereo. Some people try. As you can see here, he tried. But at least he realized that this wasn't going to work out for him. He spent a bunch of money buying the 8200. At least he brought it in to have us do it properly. Alright, so we got the radio in. The one thing we ran into though is that the accessory circuit on this, what would be the red wire, was dead. And not only was it dead, there was no blown fuses anywhere here or underneath the hood. So the circuit itself is actually dead. Now, we think it might have not only affected the air conditioning, because he should have the air conditioning displayed right here, but it's not, even though this is all plugged in. So finishing up the day in typical Jeep fashion, we have this monster bumper here, and he wants a front camera. Doesn't want us to drill any holes into it. He had put the license plate frame on with double-sided tape, so we didn't want to use that. So we made this ABS panel here. He's going to have a winch that's right here that's going to sit on top of it. So the camera sits right there. Sticks out just a little bit. But that way, he'll be able to have his winch on there. Let's go inside and see what it looks like. So there you go. And then if you tap the screen, of course, it gets it behind you and in front of you. We'd already done this radio a couple weeks ago. He just wants to add a front camera. Say goodnight, Fernando.
See ya.
So when you do a cool video on a Toyota 4Runner, how to replace the subwoofer, everyone kind of brings you their Toyota 4Runner to put a new subwoofer in. Right?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hello. Good morning.
Let's get this day rocking. Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. If it could be happy. What you doing, Fernando?
Oh, you know, just playing, like always.
What are you playing with?
I'm playing with the backup camera today.
Are you?
Yeah.
Ooh. Wonder what that is. We'll just have to wait and find out. No, not gonna talk about it. Not gonna talk about it. So what kind of car is this?
This is a Toyota Corolla.
Alright.
Yeah.
So we have a Toyota Corolla and we're putting a backup camera as well as a new radio in the dash. They had a place where things are the best, put in an amplifier for them. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and they ran the RCAs behind the head unit, so luckily we don't have to deal with that. But the one thing I wanted to point out today, let me get in here. When retaining this, this right here, retaining the factory USB, this is a common question we get, is how do I retain my factory USB? Not so much the aux cable anymore, because a lot of people aren't doing the aux as much, especially since iPhone did away with it. But on the back of the radio on this Toyota, there's this guy right here. This is the factory USB, which of course looks nothing like a USB. It's really kind of silly. Now, there's two USB adapters available. So depending on what kind of car you have, what kind of year you have, all that goes into play. Now the problem is even though you can go to pack or bestkits.com and check it out, or metraonline.com, sometimes they're wrong. And what we have is we have two. We have a TY1 and we have a TY2. And they look totally different. But for this car, it just so happens to be this guy here, which is the TY1. Let's take it over to the car. And we're going to attempt to do this one-handed. Boom. So there we go. So now we have the USB. Now the other problem is the auxiliary. The auxiliary is going to be in this big harness right here. And unfortunately they don't make an auxiliary adapter, so we're going to have to go ahead and tap into this. Usually pull these wires back, do a continuity test, which I believe we have a video up showing how to do that, so everything is all good there. Now the other thing is reverse wire. That's, you know, a lot of people can't find the reverse wires in these cars. And the best place to look for the reverse wire is the reverse light. When you're working on a car like this that has reverse lights in the trunk lid, you know, check, make sure, because see how they have these orange bulbs here? The white bulbs are up here. So put the car in reverse and see where your bulbs are, because nothing stinks worse than mounting your license plate upside down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, upside down.
And
I was just trying to see if you guys are looking.
Yeah. Nothing sucks worse than mounting this, running this wire, and then realizing you got to go back up in here to grab the reverse wire. Now, a lot of the times you can find the reverse wire somewhere down in here, somewhere over here, but it's real convenient that if you're already back here, just run a wire from back here to the front. So that would be the two tips for the day. Yep. Okay, so the steering wheel covers in this is ours. We put those in the cars to protect the factory steering wheel. That's not his steering wheel covers. The car that we work on, just so you know, we put this silly thing here on. We have these cool seat covers. These are ours. And of course, we use a child sock, double insulated. I mean, there's two socks there over the gear shifter, so we don't scratch any of this stuff here. If needed, of course, we'll put carpet all over this if we need to. But that's, and then we have a padded piece for the armrest, depending on the car. If the armrest is going to get in the way, we have that. That's sitting over here. That's this guy right here. This will keep the armrest, and that's all our Tessa tape. And then these are really cool too. This is the rainbow of tape. These are really nice to have. All right, so we are all set. We have the camera in. Look at that dash kit. Look at the sparkle. They did a really nice job. This is a Best Kits. They did a really nice job matching the sparkle in the paint. Go ahead and throw it in reverse. All right, we have our backup camera that is Really bright day outside, no problem. All right, we're gonna call this one done. We have two Kicker Comp R12, powered off a nice Pioneer 9601. This thing should bang pretty hard. It's in a Toyota Highlander. Give me some bass. Well, hey everyone. Wow, look at that sky. If you guys have never been to Florida, we don't have any mountains. It's very flat, but this is a very stormy, nasty looking sky today. It's been raining on and off again. But what are we doing outside? Well, we actually, for those who don't know, the install bay is down there, the store is up here, and we're going to find Fernando. Sent him over here to get a dash kit, and he's been gone a while. We're kind of in the model of the remodel, kind of in the middle of the remodel. So we're unboxing stuff, and this looks like a tornado has gone through here. All this whole area here is going to change. It's so exciting. So it's just a mess right now, but part of the reason for the remodel is the fact that we have no room, so we're trying to, where is he? Oh, there he is. Fernando!
Hello?
Did you find it?
No.
How is that even possible?
I know, I mean, we have it.
So, one of the other reasons for the remodels, you can see this whole area here, these are supposed to be kits hanging from the wall, but we have all these manufacturers like to put these kits in boxes. So we're reorganizing. All this is going to disappear, and we'll be able to hang bags. And then back here, this is all going to be boxes for kits, and we're finding stuff that we didn't even know we had. I mean, it's funny. This is a display. This is a display wall. These amps, these are awesome. So a helpful tip for the day: when you go to a stereo shop and you want to get your car stereo installed, ask them to show you the kit. We stock, as you just saw, an absorbent amount of kits, and that's nothing. Check this out. So the metric kits go into the hallway. These are all metric kits. Now, if that's not funny enough, here, check this out. This is restroom. Okay, so the restroom is also filled with kits. And it's not like this is just one style kit. There's like 4 different kits here. Paul is like, I gotta have every kit. So there's kits everywhere. Let me get in. Oh, Jesus. Ow! Let's leave shit in the middle of the floor so I can break my foot again. So here's another view of the, so yeah, sometimes it can take a while to find something. So we're in the midst of fixing all of this nightmare so that it looks prettier. I mean, granted, as a customer, you would never see any of this. This is all behind this wall here. This is all hidden. So, but if you do have to use the restroom, you get to go to Disneyland of silliness. So today's been kind of mellow. We had a few little odds and ends that we really didn't film because they weren't all that exciting. But yeah, so now it's raining. When it rains here, business does weird things. It either just drops out altogether or get really busy, and everyone brings in their cars for backup cameras. And right now, of course, we don't have any backup cameras going in, which is kind of sad. So what we're doing is we're working on this, because anytime we get 10 minutes, we work on this. And because this is going to take months and months and months. So yeah.
All right, yeah.
So we would love to keep talking to you.
But we have to go back.
But we have to get back to this mountain of inventory. Hey guys, and welcome to Wonderful Thursday. So today is another day. I know, right? So a couple things today. Earlier this week, we shot a video on a BMW. It might have been last week. Actually, it might have been last week. Well, the thing I noticed is the bearing on my flush cut bit, the bottom one, it has a double bearing, actually was dead. So we need to replace that, and I had a couple minutes, so I thought I would do it. Now, this is one of those Jessam lifts. It's got a Porter cable router in it. So you gotta turn this thing up like this. Now what we use for our flush cut bit, because we're not sponsored by cool people like Mobile Solutions, is we buy this guy right here. It's that name right there, Yannico flush cut bit, and they're reasonably priced. That's the other reason why we get them. So we're gonna go ahead and swap this out, put a new one in, and get this back to performance. I'll put a link to these in the show notes. And today we've actually had a pretty active day so far this morning. Hey there, Fernando. How are you doing?
Hello, people.
What did the morning start out with? Do you remember?
With the Dodge? No.
I don't remember. Anyway, so the other day we showed you we were working on this cobalt. I believe it was a cobalt, and we were talking to you about these cool plastic panels. But what we forgot to mention is that foam. You want to get some foam, weather stripping of any kind, to put on the back side of it, so when it clips into the metal, you have, so this won't rattle, just like the factory. And then, of course, between the speaker, which is metal, and the plastic. So we get this foam from Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description, of course, if you guys are interested in it. But you can go to any hardware store and pick up any form of thin weather stripping to put around there to make this so that it's nice and tight and doesn't rattle or anything like that. I mean, obviously you're going to screw it in, so the likelihood of it rattling is thin, but it's still plastic on metal. So if it's like that, we go ahead and put some weather stripping on it. And then when you screw it in, it's nice and tight, and you got a gasket that's filling in any air pockets that might exist. Finishing up, putting a set of Pioneer components and coaxials in the back of this Colorado, along with a Pioneer double DIN CD player with Bluetooth and all the fun accessories that it needs.
Let's turn it on.
Alright. Anyways, we've done some cars today, so many so that we don't remember. And we've highlighted them for you. But one thing that we wanted today was kind of special.
Yeah.
And you know why today was special? Well, it's Thursday, but most of the time we catch you guys on your lunch breaks. Well, we don't ever really get a chance to take a lunch break because, we're silly like that, and we work right through our lunch. So what we got today...
Are you going to go in for work?
I'm going to go low. You can go high. What we have today is lunch. I know, right?
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that yummy, healthy... What kind of food is this?
That's chicken fried rice.
Chicken fried rice, but it is from the sushi place.
Canned sushi place.
Ken. Just
Cans.
Ken. No S. Just Ken
Okay.
Sushi.
Ken
Sushi. We have this sushi place in our plaza. They make amazing sushi, but they also make really good fried rice. But of course, I never get. These guys eat all the time. But today I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me some fried rice today, so we can sit and actually have a lunch with you guys having your lunch. So yeah. I thought that would be fun. Of course, we're gonna get back to replacing that router bit. But hey, the food is hot. Let's eat the food. Grab yours.
All right.
If you're into car audio and you don't have one of these, this is a digital multimeter. It's a necessity. You have to have one because for this is a service we have today. Customer had this radio installed and it stopped working. So what he wants us to do is figure out why. Well, if you look here, it looks fine. The wires are screwed in, they're tight. I can see where the amp is screwed in. So that's where the digital multimeter comes into play. It allows you to see in a bunch of different scenarios what is actually happening. So for example, we can take it and put it in DC, and we put the leads onto the amplifier like this, and we can see here that we only have 8 volts. Now from there, we're like, okay, it could be one of two things, obviously, because there's just a power and a ground. It means you either A, have a bad ground, or B, have a bad power. Now on an amplifier, there's a third wire that's a remote turn on. This makes checking ground real simple, because if you just simply move the test probe from the positive over to the remote turn on, and in this case we get 12 volts, we know we have a good ground. Now to test the positive, to make sure that the positive is good, you can put the probe on the positive and then come over to a ground. In this case, he has his amp screwed into the floor of the car, so we can use that. And we can test, and we can see we get that same 8 volts. So that's telling us in this case there's something wrong with the power side of what's ever coming into this amplifier. So now we go under the hood. So once we pop the hood, remove the little dicky here that covers this, we immediately found our problem. So what's happened here is that the wire in here has corroded, and there you go. So now all we have to do is clean this area up, put a new ring terminal on it, and he'll be good to go. All right, so we went ahead and replaced the terminal, cleaned up the battery. We're gonna test at the amplifier again to see what we have. And there we go. We got 12.2 volts. So we're back in business.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. This is the first car, a Honda Accord. And the funny thing is that they ran the power wire into the fender. We're gonna go and fix that. Yeah. We're going to put the Pioneer 8601 with the LP72.
Haley Bayett. By the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and the Pinellas County School Board, I now certify you as graduates of Dunedin High School. Ladies
Hey guys, it's Saturday. We have one job to do from a customer that's driving down from Michigan. So we're gonna head to the shop, get that done, and then Fernando and I are gonna enjoy the rest of the weekend, just like the rest of you guys. Let's get there. What are you doing, Fernando?
Finish the radio.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Is it done?
It's done.
What did we do?
We do 8200 NEX. I'm sorry. And the backup camera.
How does it look? Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and throw in reverse. All right, there we go. And it's washed out as usual. Hey, there we go. That looks good. Much better. All right, so this is my favorite backup camera. We're actually going to do a video next week called My Favorite Backup Camera, and we're going to tell you guys all about this specific backup camera. Because you guys always ask us, you know, what backup camera do we recommend? And I'm like, forget it. I'm just going to shoot a video and show you which backup camera I recommend. And then I'm going to go buy a $15 one, thanks to Fernando, off of Amazon, so that you guys, the one I don't recommend.
Yeah.
Well, no, because we're not going to do a comparison between those. This is not even fair. But that'll be next week's, one of next week's videos for sure.
Yeah.
So you guys will be able to check this out. But what I wanted to show you guys, look at this little guy right here. Look at this little whippet. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. He made the trip all the way here from Michigan.
Yep.
He's such a good puppy. He's probably full size. He's not a puppy. She. I'm sorry. I keep calling him a he. It's a she. Yeah.
She's a year.
She's a year. Oh, look at that. Hey, puppy. She's so pretty. So pretty. But yeah. Here is the backup camera here. It's nice and slick and it looks really good. Alright guys. Happy weekend. See you guys next week. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which is pretty much do anything you want. Have a great week. We'll see you guys Monday. Bye.